Small businesses are the heartbeat and the engine of what drives our economy. I mean, that's just fact-based. And there's a lot of people that are really, really struggling. Business did fine for the first couple years, and then really in mid to late 2006, we began to notice some changes in the market. Everything just stopped. We had probably, I don't know, 3,000 to 4,000 lots that we were set to, go under contract and develop, or maybe had been under contract and were set to start, that just literally we got calls and we're canceling it, we're pushing it back, it's not going. The whole thing just literally dried up. It wasn't necessarily that there was a decline, it was how fast it happened. It was just mind-boggling. It literally was like somebody, every day, somebody pulling the floor out and putting it down another notch, or maybe down 3 floors, and you were literally just, there was no way to keep up.
One day I'm at the store and yeah, poof, none of your credit cards work. And that was a very humiliating experience, to say the least. To be one of those people that this will never happen to me, to what's happening in an instant, I would honestly say that we had a charmed life. We always lived comfortably, and we were very smart with our money. We never spent more than we were making. We belonged to country club. We had a cleaning lady. We had a nanny. We had a beautiful home. Come on, Grant, let's go. And it was a home that we honestly thought that they'd be dragging us out of, when we were old and gray, and how quickly that changes. I discovered some things that were happening that I didn't know. I didn't know that our entire life savings had been wiped out. He put everything that we had towards the business to keep it going. And he didn't tell me, because he probably knew this is the reaction he would get. Pure panic and fear, and then I find out on top of that he was withholding pay. He wasn't paying himself, and that's why we had racked up so much credit card debt. He had started putting everything on credit cards, and there were credit cards that were out there that I didn't even know that existed. So he was withholding pay, and our personal debt was skyrocketing. We have nothing in the bank to speak of anymore. We have a business that's sinking, and I know what's next. I know that we're losing our house. I know that's next in line. That was probably the darkest moment. There's a lot of stigma attached to it, and there's a lot of shame and guilt and embarrassment, and the feeling of somehow I've let so many people down, or being irresponsible when you know that you're not, that you're a very responsible person. And I think Bob, it's even harder for him, because this was his thing, and to just have to kind of walk away from it and say, I don't know what else I can do. And it just leaves you feeling very vulnerable and helpless. And yeah, not a good feeling at all. Not a good place to be.
I think what we experienced was prior to what some businesses are probably going through now. And my current business is certainly feeling the impacts of what's going on economically. I don't want to, shortchange that. But in many ways, maybe what I went through and what we went through kind of prepared me to better survive this.
We saw this as a great lesson for our boys to when things get bad, you don't just fall apart and crumble. You have to stick together as a family and be resilient. And those are the lessons we want them to come away with. Not when life gets rough, you just don't back down. You keep putting one foot forward and do what you can. Be a fighter.